Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Bite all my stress. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Check it out. Yo. Feel the rhythm of the bass mark. Man up. Feel the rhythm of the bass mark. Welcome to TK Madden Football Geometry. I'm your host TK, and today we're going over the I-form formation, I-form formation blocking. Now, the I-form formation is one of the most common offensive formations that can be found in any level of football. The I-form formation gets its name from the vertical alignment of the quarterback, the fullback, and the running back. Now, the fullback and the running back is lined up behind the quarterback in I-form formation. The receivers and the tight end lines in different positions depending on the I-form formation set that is being called. And so today's show, we're going over I-form formation blocking, okay? You're blocking with the fullback, and I'm going to show you how to run an I-form formation and use your fullback with the blocking. All right, so let's get started. We're going to start off in I-form Pro, and we're going to come out in let's come out in a stretch play, all right? We'll put the defense on random, on random defense here. All right, so over here, all right, so we got it at stretch. We're gonna look at our audibles. Here we got blast, we got inside zone weak, we got halfback lead dive, and we have a stretch right here. So in front of us, we see, this looks like it could be a 3-4. The reason why I say it's a 3-4 because we see that there's a linebacker look like he can be a pass rusher. We can do inside zone weak, right? If we do inside zone weak, we can kind of like push that linebacker out the way. We'll see if that works, and it does work just a little bit. And it looked like Aaron Donald was too strong, so we can do a blast and see if that works. And the blast kind of work a little bit. And it's all about who's the strongest, all right? So we got to do the math. Who's the strongest? Is my offensive line stronger than his defensive line? So that didn't work there. So we can do a lead dive, and what the lead dive is going to do, our center is going to push back that DT, and our fullback is going to help it just a little bit. Just a little bit. All right? You might want to do the lead dive against a three-down lineman set. Here, we can just go ahead. We see the open slot right there on the left-hand side, so we can go ahead and do a blast there. Do a blast there, get some yards. And we got at least about 3 yards. So let's go back to I-form Pro. What I want to do is I want to come out and power O, all right? Do a random play, put the defense on random play. We got a power O. So we look at their defensive line and see how it's lined up, and it looks like he's back in the 3-4. Now we can go this way, all right? If we go this way, we hope that our fullback can block. He does just a little bit there, and usually what I would like to do, all right, we see open space, so we're gonna do a fullback blast, push that guy out the way a little bit, get some yards. Usually, what I like to do with guys hanging out like that, I like to audible to another I-form Y off, and use a 94 Willie. All right. So in our 94 Willie, that linebacker is going to get pushed out the way. You got to push out the way, and that's what we do. So 94 Willie helps your fullback to block that left linebacker, which is the will linebacker, out the way. So we're going to push that will linebacker out of the way. So we're going to audible to I-form Y off and use 95 Willie, all right? Usually the 95 Willie works really well when a person's in a 3-4 defense, because in a 3-4 defense, they have that extra linebacker that's playing the curl. If he's in cover 3, he's playing that curl route, that curl flat. So he really, in a passing play, he had to go all the way to left-hand side to guard the outside, to stop the outside route if I'm passing. So he comes down, so we're going to do a 95 Willie, try to push him out the way. he gets pushed out the way. Aaron Donald missed me, so which is really, really cool. And I think that left linebacker right there is Von Miller. So we're gonna try it one more time. We're gonna audible to I from Y off, 95 Willie, push Von Miller out the way here, and wasn't able to do it. Now we should be able to do it. And I think the reason why we wasn't able to do it last time because there was a little open spot there. We should have used the halfback blast. Here he should get pushed out the way. He does. And I got a little yards there. All right, so you see this could be look like he's about to blitz everyone. So what we're gonna do here? We're gonna do a stretch to the right hand side. We stretch, and man, Aaron Donald was just so darn good. He should have got MVP in the Super Bowl, but he didn't. So we see 3 down linemen here. All right. So remember, we came out in a power roll, so we can power roll this, or we can just go ahead and leave dive. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and leave dive, and we're going to push that. We're going to push the defensive tackle out there with our center, and our fullback's going to help. And boom, we do a leave dive. That was simple and easy. So anytime you see 3 down linemen, like a 3-3-5, anything that says 3-3-5, see 3 down linemen, you just push the DT out the way. Now here, we can push this DT out the way, but it's 3 guys there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna stay in our power roll. We can go to the right hand side or we can go to the left hand side. There's less defenders on the left hand side, so we're gonna do our power roll on the left hand side there. And Aaron Donald is just too darn strong and too darn smart. All right. So here, now we can do an inside zone weak, right? But this time I'm going to do an inside zone going to the right hand side. And so we're going to go right, fullback's blocking, and boom. We see an open slot. So one thing about the I-form formation, your fullback can go right or left. He can block right, he can block left. So that's very, very good. So we're going to, and this is right here, he's doing like a sugar play here. This is like a sugar. Anytime you see your defensive line come all the way up with their players, the linebackers bring everybody in and smush down like that, you can just do a halfback lead dive. If you have a misdirection, you can do a misdirection. Here we're going to do we can do a lead dive here, or we can do a blast. So what we're going to do here is going to do a lead dive. Get our yards. And that's what makes the I-form formation so powerful, that you can have your fullback block right or left. And here we go. Now, here we go. We're going to audible to I-form Y off, and we're going to use the 95 Willie, and we're going to push Von Miller out the way here. Gets pushed out the way. We're able to run, get some yards. All right. That's the weakness of the 3-4, is that linebackers on that left-hand side get pushed out the way. We're going to do it again. Looks like there's another 3-4. So he's in that 3-4 formation. That means the linebacker's trying, he can do it. The linebacker can rush from the left-hand side. And he also, if he's in cover 3 or for passing coverage, he's playing that outside. He has to go all the way over there to try to guard the outside if he's doing passing. So if he's in cover 3, just know that Von Miller got to go all the way to the other side to try to stop the pass, okay? But in 3-4, he's like in a pass rush position, so we can push him out the way, and it's called 95 Willie. So we're going to audible to I-form Y off, do a 95 Willie, and we're going to push him out the way here, get that open slot, and we didn't get that many yards there. Remember, it's always a pass game between offensive line and defensive line. Who's the strongest? All right, who's the more powerful? It's a math game. All right. Here, if we had a misdirection, and we don't have a misdirection, and this is where we'll do a misdirection when you see the defensive line coming down like a sugar, like a gap. Here we can take advantage of it. So we're going to take advantage. We can just blast right through. We're going to blast right through. See what happens. And that's Aaron Donald again. Aaron Donald was just so good. He's just so good. Here, Now, this is where I would use an ISO, okay? But we don't have an ISO right now. So we're not going to go inside zone weak, all right? There's no open slot. We're not going to go leave dive. But usually we do an ISO, all right? So we don't have it in the audibles. And so what we're going to do here, we're going to go iPhone way off and we're going to stretch, all right? We're going to stretch. We're hoping that our tight end is going to push whoever's hanging out, if that's whoever's hanging out on that right-hand side, if that's a left end, we're going to try to push him out the way with our tight end. Our tight end does a little bit, and we get a little something there.
Here we go. Like 20.
Here we go right here. Now we can use a blast. Now, anytime you see spacing between that, you want to use a halfback slam. We don't have a halfback slam in this I-form formation. Anything close to it, we can kind of do a blast. We can do a blast right. We can do a blast left. Okay, so we're gonna do a blast right. Try to hope we want our fullback to try to block Aaron Donald there if he can. Get some help out, get some little yards, and we got a little something.
Here we go.
Okay, remember this is a 3-down lineman set, so we got our DT. We got the DT in front of our center, so our center is going to push him out the way. Our fullback is going to help out with pushing out that DT and also blocking the secondary. All right, so we're going to do a halfback lead dive. We also do a power roll if we want to, but we're just going to go ahead and do a lead dive here. And who is that? Too strong there. Now we do a halfback lead dive here, or we can just do a power roll. So we're gonna do a power roll, and we're gonna go left here. And that was just so easy, so easy. We saw, I think he looked like he was getting nickel 3-3-5 wide. All right. We can also do a power roll here. We can do a power roll here. All right, or we can do lead dive. So what we're gonna do here, we can do power roll to left hand side. And we got some. So that's the weakness of the 3-3-5. We see 3-3-5. A 3-3-5 wide, we do power roll or lead dive. All right. Now, there's nobody in front of there's no first there's no DT in front of our centers. Okay, and we see that middle linebacker is in front. All right, he's 5 yards in front of our center. All right, so we really want to push him out the way. All right. Now, if we went ISO, isolation, that middle linebacker will get pushed out the way by our fullback. And we don't have that right here. So we can also do lead dive, but there's nobody in front of us. We can do blast here. But what we're going to do, we're going to do a 95 Willie. And we're going to try to go against Aaron Donald. But we also know that there's Von Miller. Von Miller. So we're going to try to block Von Miller out the way and get something right there. That helped. It helped. You always got to be aware that Aaron Donald was there. All right. So here we can also go back to 95 Willie because we see that Von Miller is hanging out. So we just want to take advantage of him playing anything that looks like a 3-4. And that time he got us.
Here we go.
All right. So let's choose another run play here. And let's see if we have a isolation. There he goes. Here's isolation. And the random defense. So next time we see that the middle linebacker is standing right in front of our center 5 yards off, we can go do isolation here. What do we see here? All right. This looks like a 3-3-5 wide. So what we're going to do here, and we took out the power roll. So what we're going to do here is we're just going to do a 95 Willie, and we're going to try to push Von Miller out the way, see if it works, and we get a little something there.
Here we go.
And we're going to do it again. 95 Willie. And we're going to push Von Miller out the way, get some yards there. And that's the powerful thing about blocking. Your fullback can block right or left, and we're gonna do it one more time, or we can go stretch. So we can stretch, all right, and we're gonna stretch. And the reason why I think I'm gonna choose stretch because we know that our wide receivers on the outside are being pressed, all right. So they're gonna block, all right. So we're gonna go stretch, and they're being blocked. Our receivers are gonna block those corners.
Here we go. 180.
All right. Now, ISO is almost like a dive, okay? But now you have the fullback helping out. So we can do ISO, and we can get that much.
Here we go. 180.
All right, here, this is where we're going to do the inside zone weak. All right, we do inside zone weak. See an open slot.
Here we go.
And we do inside zone weak again. Inside zone weak. See an open slot. And we at least get about 5 yards there.
Here we go.
And here we can do it inside zone weak again. All right, inside zone weak. Open slot. Fullback is blocking there.
Here we go.
All right, so here we can go blast. So it's less defenders on the right-hand side. We're going to blast. We just hope that our fullback can block some of the secondary there. And we at least got about 2 yards. So the good thing is that you rarely will, very, very rarely will lose yards, okay? Only way you can lose yards if you're doing a toss play, you can lose yards because you're passing it backwards a little bit. But in I-form formation, you're not going to lose yards running unless you do something silly like a toss play and it didn't work, all right? So here, usually we'll do a power roll, right or left. This looks like a 3-3-5 wide, so we don't have the power roll in our formation here, so we can stretch, but remember, there's no press against the corners, so the corners could help stop our stretch run, okay? So we're gonna do a stretch run. We got an open slot there, and who's there blocking right there? All right, who's blocking? Our fullback. Let's do an instant replay there. All right. Look at number 44. The fullback, he's taking care. Look at it. Look at the number 44 as he takes care of that secondary right there, the secondary lineman, and boom. That's the power of having a good fullback that can block, and he has great run finesse moves to help block the secondary. I'm TK. Thank you for watching TK Madden Football Geometry on I-form blocking, I-form formation blocking. And until next time, may God bless you.